face locked onto the phone. And I wished I had a number so I could be color unknown. And then I tell her to look into my eyes and never let it go.
Hey everybody, it's Brother Chris here. Welcome. I know today it is the 6th of December. Yesterday everything went wrong, actually in the States. It's sort of like this song, though, that was just playing, though, that, hey, you're free to do whatever you want. Who cares what your husband say? You're a free person. So this is a little thing. I'm going to bring in my co-host now. I can bring her in. So, hey, Gypsy Lady Eva, I know your blood.
Hello. And by the way, sweetheart, it's November, not December.
Yes, thank
Let's
you.
not rush it.
Sorry about that. Yes, I know your blood pressure is up high, so is mine actually.
I've got my hematite ring on, and I've got spirits working with me, so I'm okay.
All right. Yes, but us Canadians, so we're majorly fuming right now. How can you let a pedophile person in, the communist dictator that thinks he's Adolf Hitler, actually into that country? Worst thing ever. So, but we're gonna move on from there. We're gonna go on to sort of the cards. We usually don't do this, but get ready for this coming Saturday. We will be live underneath YouTube and also Podbean right at 2:00 with live readings. And if you want to send a message in, do that over top of YouTube. So yes, Gypsy Lady Eva has some great cards, so that started just with the topic. I'm gonna let her go ahead.
Okay.
Well, she's suffering her mouth.
I'm chewing a jelly bean because I'm hungry. Long story, what's going on here? Anyway, I just asked, what's going on, and I pulled up my usual 3-card reading. The first card was the Queen of Pentacles. And on this particular deck, the Queen is looking to the left, which in the reading is looking outward. Next card is the 9 of Cups, and it's a jolly man sitting there smiling with the cups behind him.
Yes.
The 9 cups. The third and last card of the 3 cards is the Chariot. And the first thing I thought of when I saw that is we're going in a different direction. It's not going where everybody wants it to. And you can take that one of 2 ways. Either one, it's not going the way it wanted to because, do I have to say his name?
Unfortunately, you do.
Oh, shit. Shoot.
During, we're actually on that one, though, that allows you.
Okay. I drew, it's like Trump thinks it's going to go one way, but it's not. And all of his followers are going to be very surprised. And it was confirmed by what I call the summation card. It is the 6 of Swords, which shows someone riding in a boat and going away. And it's interesting because as the Queen is looking out, the 6 of Swords is also going out of the deck.
Yes.
So I think whatever we voted in is not going to last that long, but I also think there's going to be, because it is swords, there's going to be some bloodshed.
Yeah.
Let's just put it that way, some bloodshed.
Yes.
And I just think that everything is going hunky-dory for Mr. Trump now. I'm not going to call him president. I can't. And it's going, like I said, everything is going hunky-dory right now, but it's not going to last. It's not going to happen far into the future. It is going to happen now.
Yeah.
And my thought is there's enough Republicans standing behind him who are not Trumpian Republicans, but the old Guard Republican. And they're going to stand with the Democrats. And like I say, the Chariot's coming towards me, but it also means that there's other things that are going to happen in between. Okay?
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, so I'm using two different decks of cards. I'm using Sean Leonard's actually spiritual cards, and the cards I'm using those if I can find the box right now. These ones here are actually Wisdom of the Elders. These are Oracle cards, and then I'm using Denise Lynn's Native Spirit cards. So these are two different cards, and and it's so weird though. They reflect each other. So again, those I'm using Sean Leonard's cards, and these are air. Breathe and be mindful. Okay, so breathe, don't worry. Cleanse all of that energy, all that toxic energy away from you, and be more mindful of what's going actually on. Pay attention to the smallest detail. The second one though is grandfather's son, sacred fire, right? And gratitude. All right. So you got to remember though that what's going on though is he still has to go to the Supreme Court. That's the next step. So again, though these are being actually to a certain point. The last one though actually of Sean Leonard's cards though is ceremonial sacred fire direction. So with the one though of air, grandfather, son, sacred fire, and then ceremonial sacred fire is basically directing actually for everything for Supreme Court. Supreme Court, though, again, those don't forget it was on hold up until whoever becomes elected. But yes, all right. So my last ones I've actually got is Spirit Keeper of the East, and these are with Denise Lynn. So this for the East, though, it deals with fire. Sean Leonard's cards have fire actually in them. The next one though is to do with sun. Sun's in this one, which is the middle one of Sean Leonard's. All right. The next thing though is dawn, grow, spring, emotional hearts, which is so true because right now hearts are very emotional, exactly for what's going actually on. All right. Tobacco is actually the sacred one. So that's actually for the first card from Denise Lynn. The next one though is thunder drum. Okay, and this one here, what I'm getting though is bang your drum. Make sure that there's enough noise. Make sure though that things are being done the right way, and that sort of goes with Eva's cards of what she drew. So again, though, is there's a pathway though that a lot of people are going to be surprised about, but we actually have to follow that to the point. Again, those Supreme Court has to come up very shortly. So, yeah. All right, so we'll be right back after this quick commercial break, and we'll discuss to do with stuff that's actually happened in Salem that we've discussed in the past. It's all lodged in our memory, so we've got this coming up.
This December, for your Christmas gifts, why not shop with us here at HauntingLIVE Podcast? We have so much wonderful gifts, such as crystals, cleansing items, and way more. You can find us actually on Etsy underneath HauntingLIVE Podcast.
I guess I really don't know what Christmas is all about.
Over this holiday season, why not sit back and listen to Divine Oracle Podcast anywhere at any time underneath the free app of Podbean. If you don't have it, it's a great Christmas gift.
Alrighty, so yeah, we're back. So besides last night staying up late, how is your energy today?
I think it's that's the way to describe it. It's all over the place.
Okay.
My biggest disappointment is the fact that I was sure. No, I don't want to say that. I was pretty damn sure Harris was going to win.
Yeah.
It just had the right feel and everything.
Yeah.
And I thought, okay, what did I do wrong?
Yes. Yes.
And a friend of mine, I'm going to tell you this. She told me this morning. Friend of mine who is in Detroit has a friend who lives in Pennsylvania. I'm not really sure where. But the husband went to the polls to work. He was a pollster, or whatever you want to call him. And he was home by 8:30. And he said something very unusual. They sent us home.
Yeah.
Now think about it. They sent us home. Something is going on. His words, not anybody else's. His words. So this is somebody who's actually worked there, seen something, and was not allowed to follow it any further.
Yeah.
The thing is, if you watched any of the TV, at least in the stations I was watching, Pennsylvania was shown as blue, 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 red.
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
Yeah.
And it wasn't until about an hour after the polls closed.
Well, again, though, it could be just to do with the Supreme Court. Right?
That's only part of it.
So yeah, that could be it. But yeah, no, I don't even think that they really counted the polls. The mail ballot, like the mail ballots. I'm pretty sure that they didn't even count those yet.
They didn't.
So,
but usually when he works the polls, he's there until quite late at night. 8:30, he was sent home, and he was livid, according to his wife.
I would be also.
And Pennsylvania is not the only one that has discrepancies, for lack of a better word.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't know.
It's like God. So, yeah. So again, those we're going to be discussing to do with Salem, what we've actually kind of discussed, and since we started with what just recently happened yesterday, November the 5th, within the states across North America, it deals kind of with the Salem Witch Trials. If you literally look at it in a certain way. Back then, though, the witches were actually blamed. They weren't hung. Sorry, they were hung, but they weren't burned at the stake. They weren't put in water.
Burning with a stake, that was all done in Europe.
Yeah.
We're a little more civilized over here.
To a point.
You notice I laughed.
Yes. That's like God. So, but yeah, no, the main thing though is, so Salem originally started from two girls that were accusing each other, that were accusing actually that the maid of doing the witchery, which people do believe it was to do with the food altogether that actually was causing this. To do with the wheat and the grains altogether. But the servant did admit, because she knew though that if she admitted, nothing would have really happened to her except for being in jail.
Which is what happened.
Yeah. So it's like, gosh. And there was a lot of people who actually did perish actually from this altogether. What else do you want to throw in since you're cleaning up?
Well, everything's running around here.
Yes. Well, don't catch it yet.
I think the biggest takeaway is that the Salem Witch Trials were a part of a religious, I don't want to say a religious movement, but it was based on religion, and it came from Europe. It did not really originate here. And in Europe, it was a big, big thing. And we can't let something like that take over.
Yeah.
Although last night is a prime example. Sorry,
No. It's good because get to the point because again though is with last night it sort of deals with the Salem stuff. But go ahead.
yes. And the thing is, panic set in. People were accusing other people that they wanted some kind of vengeance on, or some slight had happened, and this is my way of getting even. Unfortunately, in some of the other states, cooler heads prevailed and realized that this is not something to be taken as serious as it was. As I said, more cooler heads did prevail. They took the time to look into it and see what was really going on. So that's why you only hear about Salem, as opposed to what happened in the other colonies.
Yeah.
Although I found out something rather interesting in the process of looking at the Salem thing. Did you know that there was a big Salem, witch hunt in oh dear Lord, the big state, Texas?
Okay.
I don't know why. I must have been up too late last night.
No, I didn't.
It was quite a witch hunt in Texas, but that was built on something else because a lot of native Mexicans would come up into Texas for whatever reason. They were considered holy grounds, and they would do their rituals, although they did not do the Aztec heartectomy, ripping out the heart.
Yeah.
But they did do different ceremonies, and people kind of looked at this like, And because Texas at one time was primarily a Catholic state, they looked at this like, oh my goodness, we got to get rid of this. But they didn't hang anyone. They didn't. They basically just tried to convert them to Catholicism. Which I don't know. That's a pretty scary thing too.
It is.
Sorry.
No. So in that time period, so much has actually happened. People are accusing other people, falsely accusing altogether. And so I was talking with my uncle, and I turned around to him and I said to him, I might be Canadian, but don't forget, Uncle, I used to live in the States. I used to live in Florida. He said, well, when was this? I said, after graduating hairstyling school, I moved down to the state of Florida, and I was working for a Pizza Hut down there and helping out with a friend of mine down there with her salon. So literally I've lived in the States, and I've got to both countries. So I've got Canada and the States. But with the Salem stuff, personally, I would have loved to live back then. The reason why is because point form of what took place, I would let them know exactly the information that we have nowadays about that time period.
I don't know if I'd want to live at that time.
So
I would probably be accused of being a witch.
Well, same here. I'd be accused actually as a male witch.
A warlock.
Yes.
Either that or a bitch. I'm never sure which.
Well, I can't be the bitch. That's my sister.
That's like I tell people I'm a psycho, or is that psychic? I can never keep that straight.
Yes. It's like but yeah, no.
Then they run away.
So again, if you look at everything, put everything together, which is what was not going actually on in certain states. What was so if you look at the states of what just recently happened with the polls.
Okay.
Yeah, the states had so much commercials. But if you take the commercials actually out and look actually at what each writing was saying, precisely down to the point, none of this would have happened. They were accusing of each other.
Okay, the blood pressure is going up again.
So, but
those commercials, and they got nastier and nastier and nastier.
Yeah. The one thing that really peeved me off though is women. Us Indigenous though, we used to send men actually out to war.
Mm-hmm.
Men went out and fought war. Us women, I'm a two-spirit person, so I classify myself as a woman. We stayed home. We made sure everything was all taken care of. Everything was a lot better within our own community. We even taught the children. So we were like teachers. Men come back and start complaining. Who was the more conqueror? Who was the more stronger one? The woman. Nowadays, men think though that women have to follow everything right to a point though that you say. And it's like, no. If you look back in history, which is North American history, if you follow that, you will show that men are weak. Men cannot deliver babies.
Yeah, there's a joke that runs around. If men had to have babies, the population would have been 0.
Yeah. Except for the LGBT community.
Well, you know, I've made a study of other cultures and etc., especially the religious aspect. And in many of the native societies, no matter where you are, if it's a paganistic type situation, the women are the carriers of the knowledge.
Yeah.
The men fight the wars.
Yeah.
It is something to think about.
Yes. Now I'm shuffling actually tarot cards. I don't read tarot cards. And what Gypsy Lady and I strongly agree though is don't read each other's cards.
Yeah.
But this one here I'm going to let you read.
Oh, all right.
It's a 7 of Wands.
7 of Wands. Okay.
Yeah.
Just a minute. Let me get a piece of paper here and just jot down. Okay, 7 of Wands.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Oh, sorry. Describe the picture. It looks like somebody actually. So there is wands there, but one person is holding one of the wands very strong. Now, what do you interpret from 7 of Wands?
I do all 3 of them.
Okay.
I look at them together because that's where they tell the story.
Yeah. So there's 7 of Wands. I'm going to see what else actually comes up.
Oh, you're only doing a 1-card read.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't realize that's what was
It's
happening.
okay. It's all right. Don't worry. So 7 of Wands.
Okay, 7 of Wands.
And it was face up.
Face up. Oh, okay. You do the other. Okay. I'm looking to see if I could find mine quickly. Of course, you realize it'll probably be on the bottom of the deck.
I know. I hate right when that happens.
Yeah. Any other time, it's right on the top or it falls out.
Yeah.
I'm looking for it. Give me a second.
All right. Well, that's going actually on. I'm going to play a quick commercial break and
Okay.
until next week, and we'll be right back. Hopefully, Eva will have the card by then. Hey, why not check us out on the Divine Oracle podcast? With Gypsy Lady Eva and Brother Chris. On this show, we will be doing some live readings.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Quick one. So you found your card?
I found the card. I'm sorry. I have to actually see my cards because it gives me a better interpretation. I looked at it as 7 of Wands. All of a sudden it hit me. He is defending against others who would rise up against him. If you look at the card, that's how I look at the card, or that's what was given to me.
Yes.
Are we reading this from a political standpoint?
It can be any which way.
Well, because everything is kind of political right now, that was the interpretation I took. And it's like Trump is going to have to defend himself, but he's not going to get that far. And in my deck, if you look at the guy that's got that's holding up the wand in defense, it kind of reminds me of Vance. It's got the little Vance is going to be an interesting wild card, so to speak. I don't really know. But yeah, they're going to have to defend what they brought into the office, and it's going to be interesting.
Yeah. So
Okay.
it's like that. So yeah, join us actually this coming Saturday. Again, though, we're going to be live here underneath Podbean Live and underneath our YouTube page of Divine Oracle Podcast. We're going to be live at 2:00, like always, Eastern Standard Time, but we're going to be doing readings this coming Saturday. If you want to be able to get a full reading done, please tune in underneath YouTube to type in your questions. That way we can actually be able to get your questions going. Even though it's going to be played on both, we would love to actually get you to take part this week.
Oh, if we're going to do readings, I got a great book to read. Oh, not that kind of reading.
No, unfortunately not. No, it's not like Hickory Dickory Dock.
The mouse ran up the clock.
So I can say it in a different way. But no, I got to keep my mouth clean.
You bad boy.
So it's like God. But yes, again, join us Saturday at 2 p.m. underneath YouTube and also here underneath Podbean Live. We do say thanks a lot for tuning in, though, for the short episode of today. Certainly to do with Salem and also with today of what took place yesterday for November 5th. Don't forget, though, that if you're in North America, 11/11, which is Veterans Day, at 11 o'clock in the morning, give a moment of silence for those that have really fought for the countries, not for those that are actually like rump.
And especially those who made the ultimate sacrifice. They deserve our honor. We'll pay tribute to them with honor, and to let them know that we are glad that they took that final step for us.
Yeah.
And those that came out of that war, they still carried, even to the day that they died, they carried those scars, physically, mentally, spiritually.
Alrighty. Well, we do say thanks a lot. We do say thanks a lot, and that's really true. So, again, we will see you Saturday at 2 p.m.
And we promise we won't talk any politics. Ha ha ha.
So, all right. We'll talk to you guys later.
Have a great week and enjoy it, and we'll see you Saturday.
Her head was down, face locked onto the phone. And I wished I had a number so I could be color unknown. And then I tell her to look into my eyes and never